Making my way through the darkness, a million eyes on me. I don't care, I don't care. Making my way through the spewing, sticking it out just to see. I don't care, I don't care. The moment's come now, so take it. To fight for what I believe, 'cause I can, yeah I can.
Last time on Road to Arlathan, you all kind of took a moment to think over things with the child that you had found in the forest, and eventually spoke to Felondine about what you should do about him, and he promptly told you all to tell him to fuck off and turn into a tree, which he did do. So now he's just a tree in the Hawkins family's backyard. And speaking of the Hawkins family, they finished the potion, and you each received a bag of, I think it was 200 or 250 potion vials each.
250 sounds right.
Yeah, I have it written down. Oh yeah, 250. Right there.
Yeah, 250 is what I have.
Yes. So, except for one of you broke a couple of them. I believe it was Bronwyn.
I broke 3.
Yes. So Bronwyn was at 247-ish.
47.
Yes. With these vials, you all traveled into the forest where you met Meryl for a second time, and she showed you into an old mining tunnel that would lead into the city. However, after the wall closed behind you when you entered, you found that there were bandits of a sort camping out in this mining tunnel. They promptly attacked you after one of them claimed to be a warden in order to try and get more information out of Bronwyn, who is also dressed like a warden. However, once you defeated them...
Liar?
What?
A filthy no good liar?
Yes. So once you defeated them, you discovered that he most likely was not a real warden. And you all continued through the tunnels until you found your way into Darktown, specifically the old clinic that Anders used to run. And that is where we left off. So, in this abandoned clinic, it's abandoned in the sense that there are no more doctors, healers in this clinic. There are still many sick people who are just kind of taking shelter here because they knew it was once a sanctuary of healing, essentially. And if you step outside the clinic, you can get a view of Kirkwall's harbor. And floating on the water, kind of heading further and further out, you can see that the, I guess, gates of the harbor are opening as a ship sails through, leaving the harbor. However, this ship is lit aflame. And from what you can tell, it is piled high with bodies wrapped in white linen.
Well, it's on fire, so they're good Andrastians. Not messing with that.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you all like to do?
Said there are sick people there.
Yes, in the clinic.
They look like they're sick with plague, I'm assuming.
You can assume that that's what they are sick with based on what you know of what's going on in Kirkwall, but you have not yet witnessed or heard of what the symptoms of this plague are.
Not from Ella at all?
You just know she's basically bedridden. You weren't really allowed close except for Clay and Diani when she tried to help with the healing.
Having been in Kirkwall recently, could I make a medicine check to be sure whether or not it's plague or something else?
Yes, go for it.
Beans. 17.
Yeah. So glancing around at these people, you can see they're very feverish, very sweaty, but also shivering where they sit. And from what you can tell, it is definitely the plague.
Okay. I will whisper to the group that we can come back later for these people. We need to get this to Varric first.
Ashara will definitely go along with that.
What race are they? They mostly humans? Or
Mostly humans. There are a couple of dwarves that look like they might be part of the Carta, but that's just based on the clothes they're wearing. But they're very much sick and bedridden.
Can I do a medicine check to see if there are any of them that are like in really, really rough shape?
Sure.
Uh, 16.
So looking around, you can see that the dwarves do have the worst of it out of everyone here. And whether that's because they're dwarves or because of how long they've been sick or exposed, you're not able to tell.
I'm just looking and see who would Lila talk to right now. I guess she'd probably turn to Delia and just say, since she already spoke, can I just give some to them and pretend it's just a potion?
The problem is if you give them a potion that heals them, everyone in Kirkwall will hear about it within an hour at most.
How fast does it work? Will it heal them that quickly?
Do we hear, like, are you whispering this or is this like open conversation?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she'd be keeping her voice low enough that no, you might be able to overhear her.
My idea is that it's quiet enough that people who are not in our group wouldn't hear, but y'all probably could, especially if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rolled perception just to see.
Yeah.
Dirty 20, so.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Ashara is just gonna whisper to Lila, even if it doesn't act quickly, think of it in terms of triage. We have an entire city to deal with and limited amount of potion. We don't know if they're too far gone yet. We should at least get a better scope of what we're dealing with before we start handing them out.
And I'll repeat. So the best thing we can do is get to Varric as fast as possible.
She'll just nod and kind of gesture towards the door, like, so we going?
Dirty Darktown dust cloud.
So before you guys are able to get very far, you hear this kind of low droning that echoes around you, but as far as you can tell, no one else really takes notice of it. There's this, like, trying to describe this sound, this like whooshing sound that just kind of circles around you, and behind you there is a burst of green light. And when you turn around, you see two familiar faces stepping out of this light. Nick and Melanie.
What's up, bitches? I'm back.
Bronwyn
Green
just,
light, really?
she just runs over to hug him.
He is kind of like stumbling out, just like looking around because he's never been in Kirkwall before. So he's like holy shit, what is this place? This is so cool. And all of a sudden he's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is my friend Bronwyn. And then he just kind of pat on the head.
And then she
It's
like kind
so
of
good to see you out of the mirror.
she kind of takes a step back and like, you know, like buffs up her shoulders a little bit, like as if she didn't just run to hug this man. Like,
And he
Good-
leans down and
good to
takes
see
your
you.
face in his hands, and he's just like, "You're so cute in person."
Oh no, she slaps him. She slaps him immediately.
Pats you on the head again.
I'm not a child, Valentin.
You're basically a child.
Fuck off.
You love me.
Sometimes.
Only sometimes.
You got some of that jerky with you?
Always. Do you want pride, rage, or despair?
I don't think I've tried the despair before.
It tastes like ham.
I think I like ham.
He hands you a bag. Bree, you don't get the joke.
I hate this man so much.
She would not understand the joke. She doesn't know Orlesians. She just starts eating it.
Does it taste like ham? I think it's the best one.
What
out
does
of all.
ham taste like?
It depends on where you get it from. I hear that in the was the Neanderthals, it tastes like despair.
Well, it makes sense then if it's just.
Exactly. It's surprisingly good. Would anyone else like some despair jerky?
No,
No.
but it's good to see you out of the fade. And then Ashara's gonna wave at Nick.
Oh yes, this is my good friend Nick, wraps his arm around her shoulders. We are best buds now.
Yes.
Ashara looks like she's going to have a comment, not so much at Nick, but at Valentin.
Delia's gonna ask, like, have you been in the fade the whole time? Looking back to everybody else, is gonna be like, I'm so glad I wasn't with you for that.
And Valentin comes like trudging up to you, and he's like, hands on his hips, squinting at you, looking down at you because he's only slightly taller than you. You're the one my brother chose, aren't you?
She's as he's like that little bit taller, she will sort of like give her heels that little bit of a pump just to be like,
And he does the same.
crates, barrels, here we go. Dorthman, that's his name. I was like, oh my gosh, what's his name? Yeah, Dylan would be like, you and Dorthman are brothers?
Twins, actually. Unfortunate circumstance of birth.
You are incredibly dissimilar.
We disagree, but yeah, have some pride jerky.
I'm
Or
good,
if you
thanks. I just
prefer,
ate.
I have a big old pouch of pop rocks.
Yes.
And then he
Listen,
takes it out and
last-
hands it to Nick.
Last time the first time is a trip. I woke up where I was like, where am I? I didn't even know where I was. I was just in front of a door, and then I don't know what happened after that. I kind of blacked out for a good bit.
She was very blacked out. Missed the whole
Very
thing with giant Androste chasing you.
Yeah.
with a face of like, what the fuck? Julia is gonna take like a little tiny bit of pop rocks and like pocket that for later, but she is leaving the pride jerky.
Okay. So Felony kind of looks over all of you and says, so where are we exactly? Looking around.
A shithole.
You'd be pretty familiar. It's like hell.
Oh, I live in hell.
Yep.
This doesn't look very much like the Fade, I'm afraid.
Actually, it might be worse.
It might be. I sense there's a lot more despair here than just despair demons. However, it's not cold like there. So that's a plus. You're muted.
I was just, that is a huge plus.
It is.
So, have you
Nice
found
note.
out anything more about what's going on here?
We're about to,
Oh, good.
once we meet Varric, hopefully.
I can tell you he is not dead. I would know.
Well, that's a plus.
It sure is.
Like, but we do need to hurry so that we make sure that he stays not dead.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Cool, good talk.
Do you want to come with us?
Oh no, I could never. I belong in the Fade. Where will the spirits of the deceased go if I am not there to lead them?
I think they can wait for 30 minutes.
They've waited for at least 500 years. I am very behind. There is a long line of spirits.
Maybe if you ate less pop rocks, you'd do your job a little bit
It's not
quicker.
my fault I was trapped away by Fen'Harel.
She's just glaring daggers at him right now because he just popped up with Nick, no problem, and left Ashawn in the Fade for 7 years. So like Ashara is just glaring daggers at him right now.
And he does notice this, and he walks up to you, and he's just like, pats you gently on the cheek. I did my best.
She doesn't say nothing. She's just,
Good talk. He turns and starts going back to the portal that's still open. And then once he gets there, he stops and turns, points at Bronwyn. Don't you be pulling that bullshit again.
I don't know what you're
You
talking
know damn well what I'm talking about.
Hey, have you no word from Crunch, right?
Don't change the subject.
I think it's a relevant question to ask.
I would
It's
love a
not-
clarification on the bullshit being pulled.
Him, shut up.
Do you want me to tell you about the bullshit this one pulled?
What are you
Has it been
talking
recent?
about?
I would love to hear it.
I haven't done anything else.
So we're not going to talk about how you begged to stay with me in the Fade.
No, I think we could just pass over that one.
I think we should talk about it. There's clearly some unpacked trauma here.
I think if we're gonna talk, we should talk and walk at the same time.
I think we have some things to go. You have like 500 souls backed up. We'll talk to you later. All right.
500 years of
You
soul.
can,
She
you
pushes
can meet us
him.
at the Hanged Man for therapy later.
I would like to push him back into the Fade.
I'm gonna make you roll an unarmed attack for this. Let me see what his AC is.
18.
That probably hits. Where is he? There he is. Yes, you he's like mid-sentence as you push him into the back through the portal, and he like goes flying back like on one leg and falls over, and just his toe is sticking out.
He just nudges his foot backwards to clear the portal.
Once his toe is gone, the portal like closes in like a vortex, and it's gone.
She just turns back to the group, like a little like flushed, and is just like, gods, let's go.
Mhm, yes. Mhm.
For all that Delia was so glad to not be part of the Fade excursion, she is going to be asking Nick so much about it.
It was very green. Yeah.
You don't look too worse for wear.
Thanks. it was like a little retreat, a little vacay. I'm so much more relaxed. Like, feel my shoulder. There's like no tension there.
Maybe in the meta, maybe we all need to go into the fade, like in real life. Didn't know it was a spa day.
Oh, it was so relaxing. My fear of demons so much lower now. It's like you see pigeons. It's just they're like that.
Probably helps that she's eaten some of them now.
Anyway, so what are we doing?
It's like, well, we are bringing medicine to Varric, the Viscount, so that he can distribute it to Kirkwall and we can get rid of this plague.
Hell yeah! All right, let's go.
Bronwyn kind of starts walking and then like just slows. She doesn't like stop, but she like slows down when she realizes she has no idea where she's going. So like she's still kind of trying to lead, but like kind of waiting for anyone who knows what's happening to offer some direction.
Delia has probably been like inching ahead of you periodically.
Yeah.
Clay will also come and grab her hand and start walking alongside them as well.
All right.
I fully have this like, long-legged Delia, short-legged Bronwyn, and Bronwyn's like, I gotta be in front. Wait a minute. Pass. I gotta be in front. Pass.
Exactly.
So you all make your way down that like staircase that leads towards the clinic and then go back up into the next area.
For that like elevator thingy.
Yes, we go over that way. Everyone but Bree probably knows what we're talking about. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So you guys are going up to Lowtown?
Mhm.
Is the plan? All right. So as you
was
make
like,
your way up,
Unless you want me to make some kind of city check for getting through secret tunnels.
Secret
tunnel.
tunnel.
I will allow this. We'll make it a history check because I feel
Okay.
like that makes sense.
Sounds good to me. Let me see if I have anything in my background. I think I took the other thing. Yeah. Okay. You did well for me before. Please do well for me a second time. Don't fall off the table. That is a 7, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you're kind of looking around and
I have no
you
memory
don't
of
know
this
what
place.
it is. It might be the fact that there's more people milling about than normal, or just the fact that there's just a lot more garbage and such that's just been thrown down here to get it out of the way, essentially. But you don't recognize any of the secret passages that you once knew.
I'm gonna say she's probably distracted by how many people are sick
Yeah.
and is maybe overly cocky. We'll see what happens with that later.
Yeah. So you guys make your way you're getting close to where that elevator is. Do you have questions or things to say?
Yes.
Or are you just-
No, I'm not just doing this. I have a thing.
Yes, what's your thing?
As we're like going through just these piles of sick people, I'm gonna like backtrack a little bit towards Nick. And just look at her and be like, so kind of reaching into my bag and handing over one of the antidotes and just like subtly giving it to her.
It's
Were
a
you-
shot.
Yeah, just do it like a shot. It's really flavorful.
Sick. I bend over, tap, going tap tap. Shrug.
You do that and it like tingles going down and you
Ooh,
feel,
fireball.
and you don't really feel a change. You just feel this like wave of tingles go down and through your body
Ooh.
before it dissipates.
Have you just been hanging out with Valentine or
I have. We've been talking quite a lot.
About what exactly?
Stuff and things.
Okay. All right. Glad you're alive. I'll talk to you later.
Uh,
Runs back up to the front of the group.
All right. So you guys are making your way up to where that kind of elevator is. However, as you reach it, you are met by a group of city guardsmen that are coming down in that elevator. There are 4 of them. And as you kind of meet their eyes, one of them has his eyes trained on Bronwyn before his eyes flicker towards Meryl.
I'm so sorry. I was eating candy. Who is this?
This is our beloved Sardonic.
She like almost doesn't notice him, and then like generic white man just walking past, and then eyes flick back to him. What is he doing? Like, would it be really weird if she were to walk up to him in this situation? Like, is he with a
He's
bunch
just
of
kind
other
of
guards?
like standing there. The other guards kind of like walk around the group of you, kind of giving you weird looks, whereas he just kind of stays put on the elevator staring. His eyes are just flickering between you and Meryl.
She kind of nods at him, like holding eye contact, like,
And he just kind of
Are
and
they?
Meryl goes barreling between the two of you and just gives him a big old bear hug.
and she drops the finger she was holding up. She's like, all right, and then she walks up to him.
He kind of stumbles as Meryl goes up and hugs him, and she steps back and kind of looks at all of you and says, "Oh my god, I have to do her voice again."
You have to attempt her voice again.
Yeah, I can never get it right. It's fine. You know what? Fuck that. Donick looks over all of you. He's just got his eyes on you, Bronwyn, and he says, "What are you doing here?"
We've got top secret things to do. Is Aveline here?
Of course she's here. What are you doing here?
We have to talk to Varric.
How did you even get into the city?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
Just
I'm a god, that's what I do.
Dismissive waves.
Don't do that. Just because you're a warden doesn't mean you get to just dismiss me like that.
That kind of does. Anyways, where's Aveline? She kind of like almost looks up up the elevator as if Aveline's gonna be up there.
It's like descending it like Spider-Man.
He just shakes his head and says, "Don't worry about it. What are you doing here?"
Is Aveline sick?
She's fine.
Insight check.
I'd like to keep it that way.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Oh shit. That's an 8.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, she's fine. We'll keep it that way. Do you know where Varric is?
In the castle, I assume.
Cool. See you later.
No, and he grabs you by the collar.
You can't just grab
Clay would like to
by the collar.
Clay would like to slap his little hand. Nuh-uh.
Slap his little hand.
Delia's like, we've really gotta go.
There's nowhere to go. Curfew's about to start.
Yeah, which means we've really gotta go.
Well, where are you going?
We have reservations at the inn.
You really think you're going to bullshit me with reservations at the hang?
Are you sure? I pull out some very convincing forgeries.
Of the hanged man specifically?
Roll deception.
I have very high deception.
I
I
know
also
you
get
do.
advantage on my
So
roll.
I'm rolling against you because I know how good your deception is.
So hold on. So that would be a 29.
Okay.
That is an
So
extremely
he
high
looks at it.
deception.
He looks at it. He's still holding Bronwyn with one hand. I didn't know they took reservations.
It's only for special people, so I would
So
Yeah.
what makes you
think you
special
would
then?
know.
Like gray wardens, perhaps, that you should unhand.
Yes,
You don't count.
she's with the Grey Wardens. I'm King Alistair.
You're
Do you
with
not see his seal at the bottom there?
his seal doesn't look like that.
Look, okay, quick question.
Yes.
Curfew? What's the curfew and how long does it?
Is Ashara asking?
Yes, this is Ashara
Okay.
asking.
The Templars decided, and the god captain agreed, that we should have a curfew to hopefully help diminish the amount of people who are getting sick, and that also gives us time to clear the streets, essentially. But it starts at dusk. You've got about half an hour.
Okay, so I suggest you
Well,
let my friend go.
Can we go? I mean, if we're staying at the Hanged Man, you know where we're at. So if you want to ask her questions, you can ask her questions when you see us there if you stop by.
Mhm.
No. If you're going to the Hanged Man, I'm coming with you.
Are we gonna have a sleepover?
Does this look like the time for sleepovers, Bronwyn?
You won't get in trouble for like.
I'm
not
just
doing your
wondering,
job?
we used to have sleepovers. Maybe we could have another sleepover for old time's sake. I thought it was a fine question to ask.
You were a child back then. We are now in crisis mode.
I was not a child.
You were a child. You're what? 20?
Roughly.
You were a child.
Will you let go of me?
No.
She starts swinging at him. She starts swinging.
You're far enough away that you can't get at it.
Delia gets on the elevator platform and is like, can we discuss this on the way?
One moment. Turns and looks at his men and he says, go on without me. And report back to the captain when you're done. And then he kind of drags Bronwyn with him onto the elevator. Says, come on then.
She looks very defeated. She's just like kind of staring at the ground at this point.
Delia says, all right, everybody on. And as soon as everyone's on, she's going to start either push the thingy or pull the lever, whatever it is that
Yeah.
does the lifting thing.
So the elevator rises, and after a couple minutes, you reach the level of Lowtown. And you come out kind of by the harbor area, the docks.
Mm-hmm.
And Donick looks over all of you again and he says, you really going to the Hanged Man?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And he just kind of shrugs and, still holding on to Bronwyn, starts leading you all towards the Hanged Man.
Can I please stomp on his foot?
You can roll to see if you can stomp on his foot.
I will
We'll
do
just
that.
do an unarmed attack.
Unarmed
roll.
attack. Okay.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. So you are able to stomp on his foot. And he does let go of you as you do that.
She just straightens out the way the jacket that he was holding on to and just walks towards the front of the group and just as if nothing had ever happened, just starts leading the group.
And he's just like shaking his head at you. Leans over to whoever's closest to him. I don't know who that is, and it doesn't really matter. He's just like, keep an eye on that.
Can it be Clay?
Sure.
And Clay's like, oh, I plan on it.
And then he looks at you.
You've been keeping
Looks you
an
over. That is a 17 insight.
Nick leans over. It is
If
what you
you're
think.
actually checking her out.
It is what you think. He's checking her out.
I see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Am I embarrassing you in front of your boyfriend?
I like you. You're
I-
funny.
Donic's way more wise than Aveline.
She does not answer him. She just ignores him.
While this was going on, Lila's gonna lean over to Delia and say, I think if you walk away, he won't notice.
On that note, actually, I would love to make an insight check on Donan to see if I got the vibe that if we told him the truth, would he help or would he hinder?
Yeah, go for it.
Hang on, I think I have something for insight. No, that's for fighting. Okay, never mind. A 13.
Okay, so you get the vibe that he would most likely help. While you've probably not trusted many guardsmen in the past, you've heard stories about Donic and you kind of know that he's a good guy.
Okay. Then in response to Lila, I will say it's like, I think we might be able to convince him to help us. But if that doesn't work, then absolutely. And so as we approach the hanged man, I will go up to Donic and kind of give him the quick rundown. But be like, I'm going to be a little bit vague about it. So it doesn't rule out that we do, in fact, maybe have reservations at the hanged man, but it's like, we do have an errand we have to run before this. We're trying to get to Varric. We have meds.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm sorry, I only caught the end of what you were saying.
Oh,
I got a message from one of you guys and I had to respond to it.
no problem. So yeah, Delia will go up to Donic as they are walking towards the hanged man and give him a very vague rundown. That doesn't rule out the possibility that we probably maybe do actually have reservations at the hanged man, ?
Okay.
But is basically the key detail she's giving is that we have an errand to run, we've got to get to Varric, we have meds. Those are the three pieces she's conveying.
Cool.
And seeing how he responds.
So he listens to that. Quick question for you. Has Delia ever been like arrested or in trouble with the guards or anything before?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I don't think she would still be with the coterie if she had.
Yeah. Okay. So he is just kind of like nodding along. Let's get you all to the hangman first. I think that will be a good place to stop and talk about what's going on here.
And the curfew?
If you're with the guard, you should be all right,
Okay.
at least for now. If it were the Templar's night to be out on patrol, I would be a little more worried.
Delia is very anxious, having to basically work with a guard person, despite hearing that Donic's a good dude, but she's like, okay, we'll see how this goes internally.
I wouldn't be mad at a long rest, just saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was that battle.
Yeah. I am missing quite a few hit points, so.
Yeah. So Donic leads you all through Lowtown. and to the Hanged Man. It's very, for those of you that have been here before, it's very empty and quiet, almost eerily so. There's still, the barkeep is still there, and there's maybe 2 patrons in the whole bar part of the tavern. But Donick kind of keeps leading you guys up. He leads you upstairs to the rooms and actually leads you right into Varric's old room. And when you arrive, you see Aveline sitting at the table. And when she looks up from her paperwork, she kind of smiles at Donick and then looks over the rest of you, sees Bronwyn and Meryl, and her face just kind of drops. And
Bronwyn's gonna go right up to her and just kind of like reach for her hands to like hold her hands for a minute. How does she look? Does she look?
She looks tired. Very tired and worn out. But otherwise, mostly fine. She's probably lost a little bit of weight, but not enough that it's a concern.
How are you?
Well, you've seen the state of things. Could be worse.
Could be a lot better, certainly.
Could be, but I'm afraid I don't have the abilities to fix that right now.
I think we do.
She just kind of looks at you with her brows furrowed. And
I'm gonna look back to see if the door is closed.
Whoever was last probably would have closed it behind them, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Mara probably would have been the last one in, and she definitely would have closed the door.
And there's no one else in the room.
No, it's just Aveline.
I'm going to reach into my bag and take out 2 potions. And
Okay.
put them on the table.
Hold on 2 seconds. I'm explaining to Bree the geography of Kirkwall.
Like, I also can if you need the spoons, mental space, or whatever.
I am good. There we go. Okay. So, you set the 2 vials on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you did? Yeah. She just kind of looks at them and says, "What is this?"
This is the cure. A medication, at least.
A vaccine for the
How-
plague.
How did you get this?
We've been working with the Inquisition.
And the Dr. Cornelius.
Hawkins.
Hmm.
I thought he left Kirkwall.
But not far enough to not know about the plague.
So he's still helping despite everything.
Yeah, despite everything. That's what it is.
It's not.
What is it then? Give
It's
me
a
a solid name. It's not, that's not how, I mean, sure, it's a potion if it's magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it can be that, yeah.
And so between the Inquisition and Dr. Hawkins, you've created a potion.
We've all taken it before we came here, and now we're bringing it to Varric.
Her eyes just kind of go wide as it kind of clicks. So they are helping.
They?
The Inquisition. We asked for help months ago and there was no word.
Well, they're helping now. They sent us.
But why now?
Maybe a raven got lost?
Yeah, Lila's gonna speak up and say, "I'm sorry, but something's gone wrong because we've been wanting to help
We've
She kind of
been-
gestures with her shield, so it's obvious.
We were told we couldn't get in.
We're not letting anyone in, but that doesn't mean we're not sending messages.
I don't know how exactly the potion stuff works, but I'm sure that developing a cure takes time. It's not done immediately.
That doesn't mean they wouldn't send word that they're trying.
Maybe a raven got lost.
There's a lot going on, and it's very likely that messages were being intercepted.
Is that the reason the elves aren't sick?
Ashara is just going to shrug.
She just kind of gives you a kind of suspicious look, but doesn't say anything.
I have an idea who has caused this. And I promise you that's next on our list. But first we want to save the city.
That's quite ambitious of you. But I don't think Kirkle's ever been worth saving. Or capable of being saved, for that matter.
We can try.
We'll have to. It's been hard without having a Viscount. Between the Knight Commander and I, we have been doing our best, but he and I don't exactly see eye to eye.
Bronwyn kind of pushes one of the potions closer to Aveline, like very much like, take this, please. We need to get to Varric as quickly as we can.
She kind of like pushes it aside, and Donick kind of looks at her with this very like concerned expression, like they're communicating non-verbally, and you can tell that he's very worried about her not taking it. And she
Insight check.
okay. Insight check those bitches.
Oh wow, I got an 8 again.
So as far as you can tell, it's just Aveline and Donick being Aveline
Yeah.
and Donick.
Take the potion, my love, he says.
So she pushes it back to her again and is like, we have enough of these. Take
There are
this.
people more important than me.
Bullshit. You can get us to
Yeah,
Varric.
Delia will not stand that. It's like this city would fall into the sea if it weren't for you.
And do you know me how?
I've lived in Kirkwall my whole life.
And I've been here for 12, 13 years.
And in that time, it would have fallen into the sea without you.
It was already in the sea and never came back out.
Listen, I don't know you from the next human, but clearly you can get us to Varric. So please drink the vial. And she's going to pick one up off the table and hand it to Donick. You drink one so that someone can get us to Varric.
Bronwyn like,
What was that?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
I know. This is terrible for me. Oh, that would be an 8.
Okay.
Because we're like ganging up on them, trying to like, I mean, them in general, just kind of being like, take the potion. Could that count as a help to give Ashara advantage?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
Charisma
say,
is not my,
Bronwyn kind of
but
wants
that's a natural 20.
Yes! Yes!
Thank you for helping me gang up on them.
So
Bronwyn just looks at her and is just like, Aveline, I've lost enough of my family.
she turns away from you and looks down at the vial, lets out a very deep, heavy sigh, and picks up one, hands it to Donick, and he drinks it without hesitation. She picks it up and just kind of stares at it for a moment. All right. And drinks it.
Who's closest to Nick?
There was
Donick,
no-
probably.
Darn it.
After the two of them.
Probably. I was going to lean over to him and be like, I'm just now realizing that this is supposed to make us not get the plague. I just thought it was a shot this whole time.
And he kind of like looks at you.
By the way, they were
looks away.
they're like, by the way, those papers were fake.
It was what? Oh,
Fake. It was a forgery.
I knew that
Pat.
didn't look right.
Oh, please.
There's something off about it. I've
Yeah.
met the Alistair, you know.
She's just
Ooh.
like, we're taking shots, and he's like, who are you?
So after drinking the vial, she's just kind of holding the glass in her hand, and she clenches her fist so tight that it kind of shatters in her hand. Not intentionally at all, but she's just holding it. She has her gloves on, so it's not like she's bleeding everywhere. But she's just, if you know who's causing this, do you know why they're causing it?
So there's a bit of terrorist.
She immediately looks at Meryl.
I don't think it's her.
Oh, it's not me. That was really bad, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
Actually, no, it was pretty
It was
good.
pretty
That
good.
was
Was
decent.
it?
It was
Okay. It's not me, I promise. And she's just like, and Evelyn just gives her a look. Please tell me Anders isn't back.
Oh no, it's not. He's still dead as far as I know.
Good. I
Hawk is
don't think I
back.
could deal
Hawk-
with that.
Hawk is back though. We
Hulk
pulled
is
Hawk.
back.
Yeah, we got him out of the fade, and then she holds up her robo arm, and I got this.
You and I are going to have a long talk about something called self-preservation.
Yeah, we are, Mrs. I'm not gonna drink the potion. There's
luck.
more stuff important than I am.
Delia's looking at everyone in this group like, haha.
She just rolls her eyes. How long have you been in the city?
Looks at non-existent watch. 20 minutes.
Today.
Right? So your plan is just to get to Varric and then distribute the vials amongst the citizens?
I mean, once we get to Varric, we'll see what he thinks we should do. But
I suppose he is in charge now. Still such a strange thought that he's in charge of an entire city. All right, well, I suppose I'll try to get you up there. I haven't been able to get there in weeks.
Why not?
The Templars have decided that they're going to do the main portion of patrolling of Hightown, while the Guardsmen take over Lowtown and Darktown.
Is that why her office is in the Hanged Man instead of the Keep anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That smells fishy to me.
Well, that's Kirkwall.
Cities suck.
Okay.
I've been trying to make contact with the alienage, hoping that maybe they had something that would help us, but they've closed their own gates and are not letting anyone in. Seven. Sorry, I was counting how many of you there were.
Why roll? Why roll and count?
I could do that again because I did not decide what order you guys are in. Okay. What is everyone's passive perception?
Passive. Is a 20.
20.
19.
17.
10.
Sierra has no idea what's going on. She's just happy to be here.
I'm just here. Just here.
Ooh,
and
what's
happy
the
to-
Kunari thing doing here?
Wait, what did Nick
Sierra's
get
over in
here?
her like passive movements, just like
I
So
don't know.
anyone-
This
Anyone else 17 or lower?
Yeah, Ashara.
Or lower? Can
Lower, 17 or lower. Okay, good to know. So, cool. Evelyn kind of looks over all of you. Well, with curfew, it's going to be best if we stay put for the night, just so that we don't draw attention to ourselves. I don't think it's going to be wise for us to let people know that we have a cure. At least not until barracks well. Yes.
Agreed. Also, insight check. Do I trust Aveline as much as I trusted Donick like 10 minutes ago?
Sure. Go for it.
Oh, that was sweet. 24.
Yeah, you fully trust her. She has nothing to hide as far as you can tell.
Cool beans. Delia will not be sneaking out tonight.
All right.
I kind of want to now, though. She said no.
Ashara is actually trying to catch Meryl's eye.
Okay.
But like,
In a like, hey, come talk to me later kind of way.
yes, very much.
Okay. Cool. She catches your eye.
in a flirty way?
No.
Wink, wink. Flick of the ear.
Shara has a boyfriend now.
For now.
Lila's gonna speak up and ask, can we not send someone as a runner to at least get Varric a cure?
Can I?
Having more than the patrols out is going to draw Templar attention.
And we don't want anyone to be caught with it alone.
But listen, I'm really sneaky and fast.
And I don't doubt it. I see you, Crow.
Caca.
But I doubt that even you could make it past Bree, what's his name? Salvatore.
Salvador.
And that's
I
what
don't
these
even-
are for. She unbuttons her shirt a little bit.
Any other time, I think he would be
no.
great.
Bronwyn,
However-
Bronwyn is just like the buttons.
Wait a bit.
Your shirt?
Are
What's
you
happening?
unbuttoning your shirt like you're gonna do something?
Emily is like making a point to not make eye contact with anyone and says, any other time, I'm sure that would work. However,
Gross.
we're in a plague and no one's really having relations at the moment due to that
Oh.
fact.
Bronwyn
Awful,
looks
awful,
down.
awful,
It-
awful.
Bronwyn gets it suddenly and is just like,
Clay is like dissociated, like a horrified look on his face, just like just looking off into the vague distance, like I did not need to think these things today.
Bronwyn leans over to him.
Fine,
and
we're
is just like,
friends.
she's talking about her chest. Just like she was gonna show him her chest.
I mean the cleavage, but I know I'm committed to this group.
No. Donick, would you please show, I guess, to the spare rooms. Bronwyn, I need to have a word with you. Yes.
What? I didn't do anything.
I don't care. Take a seat. Yes.
What was the passive perception thing about?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It doesn't affect you. Don't worry about it. So, Donick kind of shows all of you to where there are spare rooms that are empty. The guards have kind of taken over the Hangman as their headquarters. And there's a lot of empty bunks in one of the far back rooms. So he's kind of showing you all where that is. If you all want to take a long rest, go ahead and do that.
Oh, I get to take a long rest?
You
That's
will
it.
after you have a conversation with Aveline.
God damn it.
Delia will be going down memory lane while she's in the Hanged Man, and also will be downstairs talking to the bartenders that she knows from her past.
Cool.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm finding the nearest open window and I'm going on the roof.
Okay, go for it.
Maybe go somewhere else.
I will make you roll athletics to climb up to the roof.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That would be where athletics at top. It has alphabet. Math. That'd be a 14. Not that good. But not bad.
So you struggle, but you do manage to get up there.
Hell
It just
yeah.
takes you a couple tries and you nearly fall off the side of the building.
Think my tits can't get people's attention. I'll show her.
So Bronwyn, Aveline kind of like gestures to the chair across from her as the others exit the room, and Donick closes the door behind them. So it's just the two of you.
She just sits there. She's like, so not great weather we're having.
What are you doing here, Bronwyn?
We are here to give the cure to Varric.
I understand that, but why are you here?
I
What's
got
going on?
roped into it. It wasn't really my choice at first, but now I like some of them.
Some of who? The group you're with?
This group, yeah.
Have you seen Bethany recently?
Yeah. I saw her. How long ago was that? Like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her a couple of weeks ago. She's doing okay. And I saw Crunch too. They were together.
He's still alive.
He's still kicking. I don't know how the old man is still going.
I'm surprised, actually. But what I'd like to know most is why you thought it was a good idea for you to enter this city.
Well, because people are
And then
dying.
how did you enter the city? Did Meryl rope you into something?
People were dying.
That
Well,
doesn't
you
mean
expect me
you-
to if I have the ability to help people from dying, I've dedicated
You're
my
a brave
entire life.
woman. Your job is to fight Darkspawn. It's not to cure a plague.
Why can't it be both?
It's not your duty.
Maybe I want to do something else.
How do you have any idea how stupid it would be if you were to die from this plague?
I took one of
From
those
being
cure
or
things.
from simply being in this city. You know
I
how
took one
dangerous
of those
Kirkwall
cure
is.
things. I'll be fine.
You know how dangerous Kirkwall is. There are no Darkspawn here.
You know how
You-
dangerous the rest of my life has been, and I'm still here. I got a cool axe now.
You didn't have one before?
Well, this one does better things. I mean, it's the same axe, but it got enchantments, so it's cooler now.
So you're dabbling in magic now.
I didn't do the magic.
I know you didn't. You're a
My
dwarf.
mage friend did the magic.
And that's it right there. I have never known a mage I could trust, Meryl included.
Well, I've met 2 to 4.
How long do you think it will be before they betray you? There are always ulterior motives.
Well, I think one of them's pretty okay. So
Don't
at
think
least
that.
one of them will be. I don't think that them being mages is going to change that. I've been betrayed by non-mages just as easily.
Non-mages are easier to fight. They're easier to get out of your way.
Not always. Sometimes they're really big.
I've seen you take down things twice your size.
You want to see? I got an ogre horn in my backpack.
Oh, I believe it. You're a Grey Warden. It's your job to fight ogres.
I got up on his shoulders and I just like cut that shit off.
Roman, you should not be here.
Well, I'm here, so
I can get you back out.
you can get me back out after we've delivered everything to Varric and the cure starts going around and he feels comfortable with us going back to the Inquisition or to whatever we have to do next.
I can do all that.
No, we
I've already been
started this.
exposed.
We started this. We're gonna see this through.
That doesn't mean you have to.
I want to.
Why? It's not your place.
Nothing is my place. Nothing has ever been my place.
Being a warden is your place. I know Crunch was against it, but the rest of us believe it's truly where you belong.
Aveline, no matter what I do, someone has something bad to say about it. I can't please everyone, so I'm doing what I want to do this time.
I won't deny that that's noble.
I don't like that word. Don't call me that.
You're not a noble.
Okay.
Your actions are noble in themselves. That doesn't mean you have to put yourself at risk for Kirkwall of all places.
I put myself at risk every day. I am running on borrowed time, and if this is what I want to use that time for, then I'm going to do it.
If Crunch hears of this, he will not let you hear the end of it.
Crunch already knows.
That you're here trying to stop a plague.
Yep.
I find that hard to believe.
He was there when we got the orders. You've always had a very strong sense of what is right and wrong, Aveline. That might work for you, but stop telling other people how to live their lives.
She lets out a heavy sigh and just kind of sits there with her head in her hands. If you get hurt or die from this, I will not take the blame. I will not help you.
I'll
You're not
take all the
sure
blame
you-
myself. Plus, I've got a connection in the afterlife, so.
That's not worrying at all. Fine. Go be with your friends.
It's good to see you, Evelyn.
Me too. And as she says that, she goes into a fit of coughing.
Ew.
And she kind of, I'll see you in the morning.
Are you sick?
No.
Well-
Just tickle the throat.
Okay. Insight check. You will never believe what I rolled.
An
What'd
8.
you roll?
It's a 5.
You believe her.
Yeah. Okay. Get some sleep then. And she'll go back to the rest of the group. She's got to go call Valentin, which we don't
Alright.
have to do, but I'm just saying that's what she's going to do.
Yeah, that's fine. Does anyone else want to do anything before we sleep and take a break?
Ashara was absolutely going to ask Meryl the minute that they were out of earshot of all of the humans,
Yes.
whether Meryl knew a way that they could safely get to the alienage.
So we'll say the two of you kind of find one of the broom closets and just kind of hide away in there to have
The hanged man has a broom?
Broom closet.
So you ask that, and like she pulls you into the broom closet and closes the door behind her. I think I know a way. It shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, what elves? They'll let us in.
Let's go.
What's your plan?
I just want to talk, see what's going on, see what their plan is. If we're going to distribute these potions to the humans, I want the elves to be prepared, because nothing is going to stop retaliation. Like, the minute these people get their strength back, there's going to be fighting.
I agree, but do you really think they'll trust us? Well, at least me. I still have my Palestine.
I don't know, but I don't know that Valisline is the marker for trust or not trust.
Well, with city elves, you never know. I mean, sure, some of them probably remember me from when I lived here, but
Well, I'm just saying, not everyone necessarily has the access to get rid of the Valisline if they wanted to. So it shouldn't be an automatic marker for distrust.
well, I suppose we'll just have to see then, huh?
I'd like to.
All right. So, I'm going to have you, and I'm going to roll for Meryl, roll stealth
Okay. Oh, good.
to sneak out of the hangman and down through the city streets to the alien edge.
I'd be on the roof.
You are on the roof, and you do see Meryl sneaking out of the building.
22.
You do not see Ashara, just Meryl.
Do they do they sneak out like a normal way, or are they trying to find like a back door?
We'll say Meryl knows a back door because she's familiar with the space, so
Okay.
she's got that going for her. But as
I
they're
will
going
say
through the
this, before we left, I did leave my pack of the cure in that broom closet. I did not take it with me.
cool.
I imagined all of us probably left our bags in whatever bunk we're in and like locked the door.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's
So-
gonna follow Meryl.
Oh, you're gonna follow Meryl?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll stealth. I know your stealth is high.
But we bought these dice for a reason, so make them go clack clack.
So I also get advantage.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean you rolled bad?
No.
Okay.
The second time I rolled worse. I was just
Okay.
so that would be a 33.
Yeah, neither of them know that you're following. So Meryl is a little more obvious as she's sneaking through Lowtown. She's trying to stick close to you, Ashara.
Okay.
You do almost get caught by some of the city guards because of Meryl, but you do manage to get to the gates of the alienage.
I don't know this. I haven't played 2 in forever, so I don't know if there's like a gate, a door.
It's basically just stairs, but we're gonna say for story's
there's a
sake there
gate.
is a gate.
I'm just gonna rap on it. I'm assuming it's like a solid.
Yeah. So you do that, and there's a little like peephole door
Yeah.
in the center, and it opens, and you can just see like this part of an elf's face. You do notice silvery lines of scars from their former Valisline on their face. They see you and say, password.
Password. She's just gonna get close to the door so that they can see the silvery lines on her face. And she's just gonna say, I'm new to this city. I need to get off the street.
The door shuts and you can hear muffled words behind it before the gate rises like halfway, just enough for the two of you to like duck under.
Okay.
And when you do, it like immediately falls shut again. And when you rise to your feet, you and Meryl find that you are surrounded by 4 elves that are all holding swords out at you.
Yeah, Ashara's just. I don't mean trouble. We don't mean trouble. We mean to warn you.
How'd you get into the city?
Tunnels.
And they look at Meryl. And just kind of stare at her for a moment. She gives a very slight nod before they look at you again. What's the warning?
There's a group of people that have brought medicine into the city. They intend to cure the humans and the dwarves. And I just want to warn you that there will probably be retaliation if the humans get their strength back.
They sheath their weapons. And one of them offers you a hand to help you to your feet.
She'll take it.
And they pull you to your feet. And how do you know this?
I help bring in the medicine.
You see the other 3 like grab onto their weapons again, but they don't pull them out yet. Then why are you telling us this?
Because if it's between my people and the humans, I'm always going to choose my people.
Then why help in the first place?
So I don't get my throat slit. I trust the people that I'm with, and of course they're going to choose their people to help. And quite frankly, I'm not about killing babes and women, but at the end of it, you deserve to be warned before the soldiers decide to come in if they're able to bolster their numbers.
Are you a disciple of Fen'Harel?
We've spoken many times.
And you've asked him to remove your slave markings.
She just gestures to her face.
Very well. Thank you for your warning. We will make sure our people are armed and prepared.
Good. Will you let us back out? They don't know that I've left.
Of course. And they raise the gate a little higher than they did the first time. Meryl lingers behind just for a moment before she follows you under the door.
And we're gonna try and sneak back.
Roll stealth again.
Ha, same roll.
Okay, Meryl also failed again.
I see Meryl. Man, what's she
So-
doing?
Nick, what are you doing? You see them both disappear into the alienage and then reemerge like 10 minutes later.
I'm like, that's in character.
All right, then we are going to take a quick break. So you all take the night to rest and recuperate after your battle and getting into the city. Do you want to do anything that morning? No. All right, so you guys kind of get up and ready to go. Down in the tavern, you are able to get a very light breakfast. They're a little low on supplies, but Aveline makes sure that you are fed. And she and Donick join you. Most of the other guards have already left for their patrols. Man,
You hear that, Sass?
Crying.
fine. Okay, so the rest of the guards have already left on their patrols for the most part. Those that were on during the night are sleeping. So essentially, it's just your group, Donick and Aveline, in the tavern. Aveline sits down across from Bronwyn and looks at the group of you and says, "Did you have any sort of plan for getting to the castle?"
Walking.
"Yes, thank you, Bronwyn. How enlightening."
Well, what else you want? We're gonna. It's not like we're from here.
You walked into Kirkwall with hundreds of vials of some sort of curing potion, and you had no plan on how to get to the castle,
I had somewhat of a plan.
which is,
Walk.
have
We
you even been
kind
in
of-
the city before?
We kind of hoped that the Inquisition presence would help us make it, I guess. And she points to Lila and the armor and like her shield and stuff.
I think you'll quickly find that the Inquisition isn't quite as welcomed here as you are in other places. Especially under Salvatore's rule.
Well, we can go the direct way or we can go the secret ways.
I think the secret ways are a bit too risky now. They're not as secret as they used to be.
So what would you suggest then?
I suggest taking you up through the market to Hightown and just taking the main roads. With Donick and I at your sides, you should be able to get through without issue.
We'll accept the help.
And we're more than willing to give it if you can help end this.
think we're
If
ready.
assuming that we are like at breakfast, Delia will kind of, scarf whatever bite is left and basically be like, when you're ready.
Evelyn looks over all of you, just kind of making sure that you're all on the same page and ready to go. Give me 2 seconds. So Evelyn leads you all out of the Hanged Man. And I assume, are you carrying the packs with you, or did you leave them back at the inn?
If we're going to the keep, I would carry them with us.
Yeah, I would think
We're
so.
going there.
So during the day, the streets are much busier than they were when you had first entered the city. Especially since when you guys had gotten to Lowtown, it was nearing on the end of curfew. So there are people milling about. Most of them have their faces covered with scarves and such. And Donick and Aveline lead you down one set of stairs to kind of where that little market area is. There's lots of people milling about trying to get their supplies. Supplies are very scarce at the moment, especially since they've cut off supply because they're not letting anyone enter the harbor or anything. And as you are walking, Delia, you hear a voice in your head.
Okay.
Delia Crane, I've been hired by the coterie to find you.
What the fuck?
I have anywhere from 8 to 10 members of the coterie with me in the market. You have something we want. You will come to this second location they've set up for me, and we will speak. If you leave the market without following, we will kill you and your group. And maybe the guards with you too. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Do me a favor and take a look to your left, maybe 7,500 feet away from you.
She turns and looks. You see a very tall female Canary woman, much older than any of the ones that you would have seen during the Canary occupation of Kirkwall. She wears full body length dark robes. She's I can't read. You do see there are very deep scars across her lips that seem like they've been reopened several times over the years with how deep they are. Her horns run to the back of her head and angle sharply down the side of her skull, kind of framing her face. And she's got these bright purple eyes and pale silver skin with her graying hair as she just kind of stares you down. So Devin, if you want to come on screen now. This is Devin.
Hello.
I'll cast message again.
Mhm.
Delia, what is your answer? I need to know. As I said, I have enough people here to kill you all.
Are you actually standing near people, or are you standing by yourself?
So she's standing
Seemingly.
in the middle of the crowd. Like the crowd is kind of moving. They're all just milling about their business and such. If you look around, you can't see openly any coterie members. You just see her standing there staring you down.
Okay. And I was definitely excited over the new voice quality. So what were the conditions again? I remember don't leave the market.
Don't leave the market. Follow me. If you don't, I'll kill you.
Okay. Then what I will do is talk to Bronwyn, I think, who had the 2 packs from yesterday.
I
Were you
did not
hearing
want
it
to
too?
pack.
Ashara was carrying 2.
Okay.
Ashara had Lila's.
Yes.
Okay. And then Clay, you also were carrying 2?
I had brown ones.
Okay. Then
I took mine back though.
yeah, whichever one of you two is closest to me in this moment, or perhaps has the higher strength, I will hand my bag to you and sort of say, like, I have something I need to take care of.
I'll take it.
I'll cast message again.
Mhm.
What are you handing to your friend there? I told you to bring it with you.
Oh, you did? Okay. Never mind.
You can bring your friends if you like. In fact, how about these? I'll cast message again and speak to the short dwarf next to her. Your friend has gotten you in some trouble. And if your friend doesn't follow, and I suppose you, I will kill you.
I think I'm dying, guys. There's a woman in my head, and I didn't know that this is what it was gonna be like.
Clay is immediately like kneeling down in front of her, like what's going on, like touching her forehead and cheeks and stuff like that. Like, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? You don't feel feverish.
I will cast message again and speak to the one touching the dwarf. Oh, so you're in on it too. Okay, well, follow those two. Bring the packs. The antidote, healing potions, whatever it is you have, or I will kill you as well.
I obviously can't talk back to her, but he does, like, his head does shoot up and he does kind of like look around startled.
If you look off to your left, you see a very tall Kunari. Just give you a little tittle.
He looks at he looks at her and he's like,
Do we see
we
Clay waving to someone?
When Clay like perks his head up, I'm just like, wait, do you hear it too? I'm not dying. I'm not dying. I'm not dying.
Ashara's gonna turn around and be like, start feeling their foreheads like, you didn't get the plague, did you? Like,
Cast
what?
message again.
how many
so there's
spell
4 of
slots
you.
do you have?
Message is cantrip.
If Ashara hears this in her head, can she message back?
I don't have a PHB in front of me. I don't remember the casting limitations.
Hang on,
I do.
I don't remember if you can respond.
As a mage, I want to know if I can speak back to. As a mage, I want to know if I can speak back to her.
Do you have message?
I don't know. We never really discussed what I could do with the magic.
Message is a cantrip. I mean, it is a pretty easy spell to
Yeah.
cast.
It does not say that they can respond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty sure sending was the one you can respond to.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, once when Bronwyn says there's like a woman in her head and Clay reacts,
And then I
Delia will
would
be
have
like-
spoken to, I apologize, I don't know your character's name.
Ashara, I think is the
Yes,
last
you.
one.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ashara. Wait, no. Ashara, you're the other Kunari, are you not? Or no, wait.
No,
That's
she's an
Kunari.
elf.
Sierra is.
Sierra,
I'm sending
okay.
you character pictures right now.
Thank you.
But if she looks around and sees who it
Oh, yeah,
is,
I'll wave to you as well.
Ashara will just flip the bird.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. So once this starts going to other people, Delia will approach and be like, "What do you want? We're in a hurry."
Oh, you're not anymore. I'm not in a hurry. I mean, I got hired to do the job, and I'm gonna do the job. But all I want is all of the antidote.
What antidote?
Right. Okay. So we're going to play it like this. I'm gonna message 4 of my coterie members and have them start walking toward the group.
All right. So through the crowd, you do see these 4 people plain clothes, but they do, if you look closely, you can tell they are wearing some armor. And they are walking kind of like closing in on the group.
Can I stealth away into the crowd?
That's
Can
only
I
half of
also
them.
attempt to
Roll
stealth?
I would-
stealth with
I-
disadvantage.
I would at least, listen to what I have to say. I do have more at my disposal, even outside the courtyard. They really want what you have.
I'm here, I'm listening, but we are in a hurry.
19 is my low roll.
I have
Okay.
11 and
Uh,
16.
She didn't see me yet. And I rolled 28.
Okay. Bree,
Yeah,
what
I
did you-
don't see that one. My passive
For
perception is 12. I don't see shit.
Nicholas are out of there.
24.
19 get me away?
Yeah, the three
Away
of
from
you
me.
are able. Bree, did you roll with disadvantage?
I did.
Okay.
My
Then,
low was an 11.
The three of you got away.
I see that one. Just barely.
Me?
Yeah, I've got a passive
Okay.
of 12.
Oh, I had a 24. My roll was an 11.
You have plus
My
13?
bonus. Yeah.
Rogues.
So you do
I
that.
have plus
Rogues.
15.
It's rogues,
You
bitches.
get that high.
They dump all of their stats into it.
Huh. That's
I am not very smart, if that helps.
No, that's fair. Damn. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't see anything from any of you. All three of you just disappeared to me.
Yep.
You are distracted by me. Hello.
Yes.
I'm the dwarf who thinks she's dying.
Well, I know you say you're in a rush. Where are you in a rush to?
Does it really matter?
I mean, it does to me. I'm trying to be congenial. I don't want to kill you. They hired me to take the antidote. I mean, I can kill you. Do you want me to kill you? I guess I don't know what's going on here. Like, are you gonna follow me, or are we gonna fight in the courtyard? I mean, there's a lot of guards around. I don't want to kill all these people. I wasn't hired to kill all these people.
It's like, okay, you tell me what the plan is.
You follow me. That's it. You follow me, you bring antidote, we talk about it, we hash out what we need to hash out, and we all go our separate ways. It's just a job. Well, I mean, just a job to me. For them, it seems personal with you. They told me I could do basically whatever I want to you.
I'll tell you what, since it seems so personal, they probably don't need the antidote.
Oh, no, they were very adamant. They want the antidote very much.
Well, then I can follow you without it, and they can deal with me later.
No, I don't think that's going to work.
That's too bad. And she'll walk away.
I cast Dominate Person.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to make I believe that's a wisdom saving throw. Oh, I can't remember. It's not. I don't have a PHP in front of me. I don't have a. Oh, yes, I do. What the hell
Yes,
am I
you do.
talking about? Hey, leave me alone.
Okay. You can come and grab mine if you need it.
No, I went and got mine.
Good.
Yeah, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. I am going to empower this.
Okay. Meaning?
Do you have a dice roller?
What, you want to roll a dice?
Yes, I need to roll dice.
What dice you need to roll?
I need to roll a d8. Six. Okay, so I take 6 damage. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
That's rude.
I didn't say I was nice.
Five.
That fails. Okay, so since we're not gonna do it the easy way, we're gonna do it the hard way. Follow. And I start walking off.
Yeah, I guess I follow.
So where are you going? Off into like a secluded alley corner kind of deal?
I'm going to have Delia, follow me to the secondary location that the coterie set up. Knowing them, they'd probably set up some back alley warehouse that is not very widely used, kind of run down, I'd assume. And there's just walk in, there's a table with some chairs, and
So for those of us that did not stealth off, there's 3 of us. What did we see just happen?
You see as Delia's body kind of stiffens and she stands up straight and just immediately turns without a word and goes in an opposite direction.
Do we see you do anything?
me?
You want them to see you do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make it very blatant. I run a long finger down the side of my cheek and cut open my cheek and bleed freely, and the blood actually collects in a small little drop in front of my hand that floats maybe 2-3 inches off my palm, and I just walk with it in front of me. I was not being subtle about it.
So Bronwyn, I guess, goes up to Lila because everyone else has stealthed off except for Lila and Asira, and is just like, that was definitely blood magic.
I think Aveline and Donick are still there too.
Oh yeah. Oh
They
shit.
are, yeah.
Yeah, what have they been doing this whole time?
They're
She
just
goes up
kinda
to
like, they have
Aveline.
no idea
Aveline
what's
then.
going on. Okay,
Aveline then.
just
Yeah.
Aveline.
hmm
Devin, look at your phone.
Sorry, it's on mute. Apologies.
It's fine.
Okay. Yep. Yes.
So
yeah,
she goes
gotcha.
up to Aveline and
That was definitely blood magic.
what was?
Did you not just see the Kunari, the blood, and Delia just,
You know, where do you see a Kunari? And she's like got her hand on her sword.
Aveline, and then she'll like turn to Donick and Asira and Lila. Did you all saw that, right?
Were you guys dragged into it? Like, did they draw your attention to her? Then I'm gonna have you roll perception to see if you had. Oh
That's
no.
a 1.
Oh,
Assyria has no
Oh.
idea. She's just happy to be here.
It's like,
11.
wow, Kirkwall.
Would you get
This
Katie?
place is a shithole. Wow.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. You had caught a glimpse of the Kunari, but you didn't really pay any mind to it because you're more used to being around them than I guess the rest of the party would be, especially in a non-hostile sense.
Yeah. I think we should just keep moving. I don't think we can afford to stop. They'll join back up in a minute, I assume.
You're just gonna let her be dragged off by a blood mage.
Dragged off. She left.
She didn't leave because she wanted to.
You're sure?
I don't fuck around with blood magic.
Roll persuasion. Katie, if you want to roll just a straight d20 to see if you believe her.
21.
Are the other 4 coterie people?
Yes, I believe you.
yeah,
Still
Nick.
moving through the crowd.
yeah. Because if so, Nick is gonna go up behind one.
So what were you guys saying? I heard Nick going up behind one, something about coterie.
If the coterie, the ones who were about to close in on us.
The
So
ones that we
they-
broke away from.
When Delia walked off, they changed their direction and kind of followed after her. However, you do notice, actually roll persuade, or not persuade, your perception.
Ugh.
I have
My passive is 15, so
hold on.
if that matters or not.
You
Still
what?
a
31.
I rolled a 13, but my
What?
passive is 15, so I don't know if that.
Okay.
I
I
have a
rolled
31.
3,
Yeah.
but I did get a 12. So
So Nick is the only one who notices
Oh my god.
the 4 other people in addition to the previous 4
Level 29.
following with Delia and the old Canary woman.
I can.
Just gonna roll.
But the rest of you just notice the 4.
I'm gonna flip a coin real quick to decide whether Ashara would have.
So-
Yeah, no, she would have remained in stealth. She assumes that those 4 are still circling around somewhere.
So the one who is staggering the furthest behind, Nick is gonna sneak up behind and hold a dagger to their throat.
I'm gonna have you roll another stealth on that.
Okay.
Making sure.
I need to grab a book.
Ooh, that's okay. So it's gonna be very high.
That's not a that might be a book I want. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 18, but I get plus 15. And then I am also an expertise in it, so do also get plus 4.
Okay.
Good God.
Matchy
Which
matchy.
is
Just don't ask me how to do math.
I'm gonna ask you how to do math
read.
because I'm not gonna do it for you.
No, I was just saying because my intellect, like my intelligence and wisdom are so low.
What was it? 14 or
18 plus 15 plus 4.
37.
Yeah, that's almost 40.
Yeah, you are
You guys are
definitely
level 10.
yeah, about this one coterie
Oh,
member.
level 10, are you sure? Okay.
So she just leans over to their ear and it's like, so you are not going to say anything and you're going to take us to where they took our friend. Understood.
You could have just followed me.
This is more fun.
I won't deny you that. Where are you, Crow? Coterie? Something else I haven't heard of? Are you a Jenny?
I can be whatever you want me to be if you take me to that place.
Well, I do like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm.
However,
However,
Me too.
they managed to pull out a dagger and plunge it into your side. I got 18 to hit.
Yeah, I have 16.
Cool.
Ooh.
So you take 5 points of damage.
Okay, I accept that, but let me, because don't I have uncanny dodge?
uncanny dodge is reflex saves, right?
Mm-hmm. So I can use my reaction to half the damage to me.
So you take 3 points of damage.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
I do what I please.
Stab. I stab.
Stab
I
away.
had the dagger on the throat.
So is this basically like what 1-2 rounds worth of 6-second combat?
Essentially.
Would I have heard the stab? Like, would your character Nick? Would you have made any noise getting stabbed in the gut?
She's an assassin.
Fair enough.
Be quiet.
Just
Gets
curious.
stabbed
I'm
all
just
the
curious if I
time.
hear someone screaming from the middle of the
Mm-mm.
courtyard.
All
Also,
right.
people all around you.
Yep. I used to it.
They probably look like they're flirting.
We
I don't
kind of
think
are.
that
Low
is
key.
it flirting?
It can be.
I guess it can be.
It can be.
Stab. No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't. That is, wait, that's still probably not gonna hit. It
What is
would be a 9.
Yeah, you.
Wait, no, wait. Just kidding. I did
Yeah.
my math wrong. It's 14.
Okay, you still.
I still don't hit.
hit.
But it wasn't a 9. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yes. So
Are they cute?
They're hella cute.
Ooh, okay.
So you go to slice their throat, and they kind of like twist in your arms and turn around so they're facing you, and they like blow a kiss at you.
This is
You know,
really
I
fun.
asked them not to send that one with me, but they did anyway. He's too damn peppy.
Delia doesn't respond.
I don't want to kill this person.
I think you should.
Do it.
I mean,
Either that or just take him back to the hanged man.
I know. I'm like, because I have to find Delia, but like, this has been really fun, but why don't you take me to that place? Remember, I could be whatever you want to be.
That place, as in
To where
where
you're
I'm supposed to be
where-
meeting my friends.
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Thank you. So this dice is going to jail because that was a nat 1. That's not fair. They're cute.
So you say that to persuade them, and they just kind of
But my shirt's unbuttoned.
they
I think you should give advantage for that.
no, they lean in really close. Like there's just like millimeters away from your face.
Screaming, crying.
And
I'm
they
engaged. What's happening?
and they say, "Better luck next time, sweetheart." And they
I'm so
slip out of your
bad.
grasp and run off.
I want them so bad.
Okay, this nameless coterie member deserves a name now.
I'm so bad.
What would you like this coterie person named? You're a guest star. You can name them.
Philip. His name is Philip.
Philip.
Hey, pause. That's my dad's name. Can we change it?
You can change it.
Not Felipe.
All right. Armando.
Armando. I like it.
He's
Oh my
Antivan.
God, he's Antivan. He can't. It's a match made in heaven. Crow, he's Antivan.
You just got back from sleeping with my god, and now you're already all over Armando.
Listen,
Hey,
Choices
Armando
are hard,
you know?
Armando. That's Armando.
let Nick have slut era. Slut era.
Slut era.
Nick is always in her slut era.
Attempting.
So Bronwyn had just told Lila and like convinced her.
Yeah.
So I think she'd take a panic look around, try to understand what's happening, but then ask, should someone take the packs to Varric and some of us go?
Okay. You two take it to Varric. And she points at Lila and Asira.
She'll just
Ashara,
nod and reach for a bag.
Ashara has Lila's pack. Ashara has 2 of the packs.
I will give Lila my pack. Just try to get to Varric. I would be worried, Asira, about you going after a blood mage.
Am I still seeing all this happen out in the courtyard? I've turned, but nobody's followed me. I'm just
Delia's
curious.
following you.
I'm following you.
Delia's following me, not of their own accord.
Yeah. So
Because in my mind, it was like, oh, party member's been taken. People might want to follow, but I'm not seeing anybody following.
Someone's
Uh,
following, attempting to kill people.
Welcome to the interesting group dynamics that is our
I
party.
think,
Uh-huh.
I will
I
say
think
if you
would
can
see the interaction between Nick and Armando.
I see them just
Yes.
flirting like
Like,
crazy in the middle of the
Yes.
courtyard.
You absolutely see that.
Okay.
message Armando, be like,
Yeah.
what was that?
I'll cast message to Armando
Mm-hmm.
so that you have to make up a voice.
Absolutely.
Armando, I need you to tell them that the packs have to come with. If they don't, I guess I just kill Delia. So I guess it's up to them. But looking at my invisible watch, we'll give them 15 minutes. See you in the warehouse.
Um,
And at this point, I will turn around and just leave. Delia and I will walk forward into the darkness of the alley.
so Nick, you watch as Armando slips out of your grasp.
Mhm.
However, as they're walking away, they freeze. Kind of let out this exasperated sigh. Turn back around and go back to you.
I was like,
Um,
oh, you're like a little lovesick puppy.
They
coming
reach
back
out
so
and
soon.
place their hand on your shoulder. How would you like to come on a leisurely stroll with me?
Is it an ask or a threat?
Could be both. You'll just have to come along and find out.
Nick does not have a pack.
I know.
No.
However, you're only invited if you bring your friends along.
Oh, is this like
Especially if you want to see Delia alive again.
well, I always have to have a chaperone, don't I?
Sorry, I don't make the rules.
All right. Do we even have like a little like whistle or anything to get everybody's attention? Nick
Nope.
just goes, "Hey, everyone! It's
You know the
me!"
intention of everyone in the courtyard.
I'm like, "No, not you!"
I just stop for a moment in the alley and go, right, and just keep walking.
The people I know.
Nick, what is going on?
So, first off, I found a way to find Delia. We have to go there. We have to bring the packs. Second off, I might be in love. Third off,
And then Armando peeks up over your shoulder and he says, "Hey." Come on, Armando.
Bronwyn just looks at her and goes, "Does this mean you're over my boyfriend now?"
there's enough of Nick to go around. We call this slut era in Ferelden.
Don't forget that Nick's also engaged.
Nick was
true.
been engaged. And then she kind of looks around and she goes, "So do we want to listen or should we just keep going?"
Well, if it were up to me, I would say you should listen. Considering your friend's life is in that Canari's hands. And looks at Clay. And you know exactly.
Clay is stealth.
I'm not
Yes.
Clay
here.
and Shara are not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But never mind.
Clay and Ashar are doing what they were supposed to do.
Yes.
Bronwyn, if it weren't a blood mage, I would say Delia could probably handle herself. But she kind of trails off, like not really finishing her sentence.
I understand they're threatening Delia, but do we really think we need to send the whole party after and they can't protect her? Because we have way more than Delia to worry about.
The only thing is they're threatening Delia if we don't all come.
We can't sacrifice the entire city to save Delia. I don't think even she would want that.
But she can't make that choice right now.
Nope. I just what she do. She goes, she like looks down for a second, shrugs and goes, I can, and takes the pack that she had started to hand her and walks. And starts heading to Varric.
Bronwyn nods after Lila. You two should go with them to Abilene and Donick.
Evelyn just kind of looks between all of you, very confused about what's going on. Does this have to do with whatever sent you here?
I don't know. And she'll like nod at Nick, like the two of them should go after Delia.
To what?
Nick, Bronwyn thinks that she and Nick should go after Delia. I'm assuming Asira followed Lila.
Yes, yeah, she did.
All right. So, Asira and Lila keep going up they go up the stairs towards Hightown, right? And then the rest of you, like Clay and Ashara, you're hiding. What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if can I see Ashara? Like, can I roll? What?
I would assume that when we stealth away,
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
together, like
Yeah.
You guys know where each other is.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think we can like find a way to swap out?
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. The problem is that they're, I mean, well, it's not really a problem. They're very light. They're very, we just need something that's blocky enough to make the bag look like it's filled. But
No. Listen, Clay.
Okay.
Pour the vials into a jug. Seal the jug. Fill the vial with water.
Yeah. Yeah. They're specific.
Okay, but the point is to keep at least one vial back. I don't know how many we have in the bags. Keep one vial back. That way we have a dosage amount.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, yes, you're right. Okay. So would Clay know this area at all? Would Clay know, like,
if we can
just trying to find a place that he can find a picture to pour
anywhere that like Ashara has enough gold, if she can buy anything to either dump stuff in or.
So the thing is, you're gonna have to do these things while also being stealthy about it, because you don't know how many coterie members are watching you.
Can I steal a picture?
Roll sleight of hand.
Let me see what my sleight of hand is. Okay, not as good as the other one, but it's a natural 20 anyways. So
yeah, you can steal a picture. It is this big.
How many doses can I fit in it?
We'll say you can fit 50.
All right, well, that's 50
of your 250.
So we saw that. So did we see what happened with Bronwyn and Nick and Lila and Asira splitting up?
Yes, you would have, yeah.
Okay. So Clay is going to suggest giving the vase, the jar, the pitcher,
and I'm thinking
to
like
Lila.
Description wise, I'm thinking of like, like the Roman amphora where it's like you can like cork the top, something to that effect.
Yeah.
So that way it's not just like a pitcher sloshing around.
Yeah.
The other thing is I don't think they know that I have 2 bags.
You don't know what they know and what they don't know.
I'm going to assume they don't know.
Because
Ashara,
last time when we talked about having 2 bags, you had one on your back and one on your front.
yeah. But I mean, she also wears a cloak, so she, you know, considering that she's an elf in the city.
This is very interesting. Kind of makes you wonder where the coterie found out. So we put the doses in the amphora. That's just like 50 doses.
Yeah. Clay, do you know anywhere where we could hide?
I mean, it would be in Hightown.
Which is probably too far away to get back here in time.
Yeah. If it were Delia, maybe she would know. If we could put it back in the inn. But it's not safe necessarily if Aveline and Donovan are gone. That's what his name is.
Do I see anything around here that I'd feel comfortable enough hiding?
Roll investigation.
Ooh. What is my investigation? Not great. That's an 11.
There's so many people around that you don't necessarily trust hiding anything here.
Okay. While I'm looking around, I am trying to stealth towards the group to give them my amphora so we can attempt our deception. And my pack. So I'm going to roll stealth again real quick, which is 21.
Yeah.
Yes, 21.
You are able to get away with it.
All right, I'm going to pass off one pack, the pack that I have on my front. That's the full pack to Asira. Lila's already, how many?
Yes.
Lila has one.
Seer should also have one.
Asira
Yeah, I
has
have one.
I'm going to hand my pack off to Aveline. And just guard that with your life. And I'm going to slip back into the crowd. Oh, and I'm going to hand off
Just
to
FYI, when you hand that stuff off, when you start to leave with one bag, Lila's gonna hold her hand out, like, give me the other.
I have to
It's
have,
empty. It's empty. It's
Yeah.
In the amphora. All of the dosages are that we could put in the amphora are what is in that bag. The rest are filled with water. It's a fake.
So just
know
nod
it's-
and shake her head and
Laura's
start
already left. Like she handed off the stuff. She didn't even wait for Lila to protest. Like she hears it, but she's slipped back into the crowd. So that's essentially 200. So I have 200 doses of the real stuff and 50 fake.
Water. Yeah.
I'm going to
Clay is going to so half of them are filled with water, half are like 50 are filled with water, 50 are filled with dosage. It would make sense to mix them with the water because the viscosity is different.
water it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I steal a second jug so we can do this?
Yeah.
I steal a second jug. That's like
We're doing fucking batch mixes out
22.
here.
horrible chemistry in the alleyway.
Yeah.
So we're just shaking up, giving them really awfully dosed medicine, but I feel better about it than
All of the real dosage.
all of the real dosages. Yeah, so I'm just marking down how much I've given to Aveline and then what we have left.
And then so it's 100 left and then 100 ruined
Yeah.
dosages. Yes.
Yeah, so. And I guess I will make my way towards,
Making my way downtown.
but still stealthy, like not
Mhm.
being obvious about it.
Stealthing, but following probably Bronwyn and
Yeah.
Nick. Yeah.
Did Clay pass his bag off?
Clay still would have his bag because the Quinari spoke to
Oh,
him.
okay.
So that's where we are.
I
We've got
do want to, I will say this, I have my, basically my pouch filled with gold because I have a lot of gold. I'm gonna dump some of my gold into the pack to kind of bulk it up, and I'm gonna hide away. I don't know how many vials do you think I could, trying to store away as many vials as I can. Actually, I won't even dump the gold in the pack. I'll dump the gold just like,
oh my god, can Clay stuff some in his binder?
Binder of holding.
Binder of hold. Can he stuff some vials in his binder?
Yeah, but I'm gonna make you roll stealth to do it.
Ashara's, yeah, I'm essentially trying to figure out like if I can't stuff like a couple of vials in my quiver, a couple of vials,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, roll stealth.
Oh, this
It's
fucking
high.
hate math. 8 plus 13. I did roll an 8, but it is plus 13.
You are able to
21.
stuff 13 vials into your binder.
I rolled 18 plus 9. What is
Well-
it? 7?
So 13. It's 21.
Yeah, and you're able to stuff 13 vials in
Okay.
your binder.
So that's out of 250.
Ellie, would you roll again?
I rolled 18 plus 9, 27.
Okay, so you are able to stuff 18 vials into various places
Okay.
on your person.
Okay. It's better than nothing. All right, that's what we're doing while we're stealthing towards
Yeah.
this.
So total, how many have you hidden?
18.
Out of the 500 between the two of you.
51. And then, oh my God, hold on.
300
Okay.
300 vials out of my 500 went with Aveline, Lila, and Asira.
Okay.
And then 18 vials of the remaining 200 that I kept are hidden, and then 100 of them have been tampered with. So there's,
And then
Ashara has 82 good doses. The rest are fucked.
Okay.
and Clay still has 237 doses.
Cool. They're just out in the open.
Yeah. Well, in his pack still, but what the fuck just happened to my character sheet? Where did it go? There you go.
So, Delia, you are alone with this old Canary woman in the alleyway, unable to control your body. What's kind of going on between the two of you?
I mean, Delia cannot do anything that the Kunari doesn't tell her to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're just walking. You know,
That's
it seems like they're very upset with you, and I apologize. I don't want to hurt you, like I said, but they're paying me very well to do this. I tell you what, you can talk if you like to. Maybe tell me what happened.
I don't even know who your employers are yet.
Well, I told you I work for the coterie. They hired me to find you.
Multiple factions. Which faction? Could be competition.
That is fair.
Could be debt collection.
That is also fair. From what I understand, I was approached. They offered me a large sum of money. They said, find this woman. Make sure you grab the antidote. Do what you need to. I was given no other information. The money was what let me do the job. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I got caught inside the city and it's been rough. You know, with the whole people sick and dying thing. I mean, as you can see, I can kind of control my own body, so I don't really need to worry about this terribly unless somebody were to mess with me while I slept. But I don't sleep a lot.
Kirkwall has that effect on people at normal times.
So why did they hate you so much?
Everyone hates everyone in Kirkwall? I don't know.
Oh, come on, there's got to be something specific, at least, you know, like, why would they why would they hire a blood mage to find you? Yes, oh, by the way, I'm a blood mage.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, well, you know, it's pretty. I don't usually do that. I was trying to put on a show for your friends. Usually it'd just be like I clip a little bit into my hand or something, you know. It's kind of scarred. I'm not pretty, but you know, I don't want to put scars on my face. Not usually.
Face scars are edgy.
Well, I'm not very edgy.
She says that she has a couple.
Yeah, I can see yours. They look good on you, not on me. I mean, I've got old skin. It's saggy. It's not great. I mean, I've got a nice color, but you'll know when you get my age. It gets hangs. It's anyway. What did you I mean, I get okay. So the coterie is they're a bunch of thieves. Were you a thief?
Coterie dabbles in a few businesses. Thievery, spying.
Which one were you?
If you want to survive in the coterie, you do all of it.
Right, but you must have had at least a specialty or something. Maybe something you enjoyed.
We're soccer players, not football players. We don't do that. We don't have teams of 50 people.
Was there? I mean, you ran from the coterie. That's what they told
Came
me.
back.
What?
And came back. No one runs from the coterie for long.
Right, but whatever you did to run from the coterie really pissed them off. Right. Well,
If it pissed them off that bad, I'm surprised they let me survive this long.
I don't really know very well how they work, but I know they want you.
And it's just a job.
I don't know what they're going to do to you, but they want you. Hopefully their friends come along, otherwise they're not going to get you breathing.
They shouldn't.
That's fair. You know, sacrifice the one for the many. I understand that. I never really got into that though. I usually sacrifice the many for this one. A few times. Maybe more than a few times. Okay, at least quite many times.
I've done that before.
Yeah, so you get it, right? You know, you gotta look out for number one, and number one is always this one. Well, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't want to be doing. The money's really good, but I don't want to be doing this. Do you guys have money?
I think Delia actually does.
Do you want to pay me? Like, you pay me more and I'll let you go. I don't give a fuck. What's the coterie gonna do? Come after me? I will siphon their blood from their bodies and drain them like husks. I don't care. Pay me more, I'll let you go. You know what? Pay me more and maybe we'll go fight the coterie together. How about that?
How much is more?
I think that's up to
I think that's going to have
DM.
to be a meta question because I don't think Delia would be.
Yeah, DM,
at liberty
would you like to
Yeah, I
would you like
was
to
just
DM me and
thinking
tell
about
me how
that
much
when you
the
were talking
coterie
about
offered me?
that. We'll say they offered you. We'll say 200 gold per pack.
And there were
that
how
you were
many
able to
packs?
get. 6.
So this is a 1,200 gold job.
Oh,
And
shit.
was there any bonus or anything extra for bringing Delia back?
We'll say an extra 200 for Delia.
So 1,400.
Well, in the meta, I've got 600. So there's-
I tell you what, you give me 2,000 gold and we'll call it good.
I want to know so badly, how close do we get if she says that out loud? How close to the rest of us when we hear that? Do we hear that?
I mean, we've been walking down the alleyway. I don't know if literally anybody's come to the alleyway yet.
Yeah, have you guys made your way kind of into that area?
I mean,
'Cause you
we've been
guys took the time to hide things.
I
You
mean,
still have
I
some-
followed pretty quickly.
yeah,
So-
and point of note
Someone
is I
probably
think
would've
we
heard
are
it.
walking, but everybody else would probably be running
Yeah,
or
That's
at least
fair.
moving at a brisk clip.
Yeah, like I'm obviously not stealthy, and I'm not trying to be stealthy.
Right.
so
So
then as you guys are talking about this, you probably would hear Bronwyn coming up on you. I'm not even gonna
Hey,
mention
it's your friend. It's
Yeah.
the short. I'll just look back over my. It's the short one. Hello.
Delia does not react.
Delia,
Oh no, she can't say anything. I'm not gonna let her. She doesn't get to speak. What do you want?
I want Delia.
Okay, bring me the antidote.
I don't have it.
Well, bring me money. I'll let her go.
How-
You give me money.
How much money?
2,500 gold.
Is that is Nick with me? Am I by
Yeah.
myself?
No, I'm with
Coterie
you,
members following
bestie.
you.
I'm with you, bestie.
You with me?
And
Alright.
Armando's
Bronwyn
trailing
kind
behind
of-
you.
She kind of leans back to Nick and is like, "Is that a lot of money?"
Oh,
I
Nick is next to you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh hi. I cannot remember honestly. Did I talk to you?
I don't think so.
Oh well, hi.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have money?
I
Do I
have,
need to tell you
yes.
too?
I have some money.
Okay.
Are
Well,
you like a beggar or something?
say again. What?
She's a
Are
blood
you a
mage.
beggar?
She's a blood mage.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
that's the blood mage.
The bad guy.
Okay.
Hi. Yeah. No.
Hello,
I'm
hi.
not a bad guy. I'm just doing job.
This is the
Well,
bad.
I'm an assassin. It's understandable.
Oh, I'm an assassin too.
Get it. Oh my gosh.
Nick,
Yeah.
Nick, focus.
What?
Focus.
High five.
No.
High
No.
five. Yeah. On contact, I cast dominate person.
Nick's
You
dumb.
roll
You have
a wisdom save at disadvantage. I will be empowering again.
excellent.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gave me dice. Hold on. I need a D8. I need
Also, Devin
Um,
and I homebrewed Blood Mage as a class, so if you guys want to play it in
Welcome.
the future, we got that for you.
So real quick, that is a concentration spell.
Yeah, that's fine.
When you cast it on 2, the concentration means you have to make a concentration check.
I know.
Okay.
What was your save, Nick?
It was 4.
Okay, so you fail. I'll make concentration. Where's my D20? There you are. Oh God, I've got to roll a D20. I hate these things. I drop concentration on Delia.
Okay.
Delia is free to move. Nick is not.
All right, Delia will try to restrain you then with sharp objects.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is at disadvantage because it's a Canary.
Are they not medium-sized creatures?
I mean, for the purposes of Dragon Age, I think it would be different.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you do it. 5e large is 8 feet or above.
Yeah.
Sorry.
7'2".
Oh.
Yeah, I'd still technically be a medium creature.
Okay.
A very big medium creature.
All right, so what check do you want for that?
Are you trying to grapple or are you trying to, what are you trying to do?
Cross swords situation.
Let's do
Want opposed dex, armor class?
yeah, let's do competing dex rolls.
Okay.
Sure, okay. Get out of here, you don't look at my sheet.
I can't read your handwriting. It's fine.
My handwriting is fine. Go to hell.
Their handwriting is fine. I read it just fine.
Okay, you're forgetting that I'm blind.
I didn't know you were blind.
Have you ever seen me wear my glasses?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
I got
I
mine.
know they're blind because I've driven in the car with them.
I only made a 6.
18.
Okay.
So you are out of the way.
Yeah. You are
Hey,
just
now. Calm down. I let you go. Why are you upset with me? I'm just holding on to your friend now.
Why don't you let everyone go?
Because I have a job
And
to
we
do.
can talk like civilized people.
If we come up at this point
Mhm.
and whatnot, and just hear them arguing about, job, let people go, blah, blah, blah. Ashara is just gonna be like, you're looking to make a deal?
Do you guys have money? Is 2,500 gold a lot?
I'll make a deal. I'll give you a pack of the antidote and 1,000 gold.
I need all 6 packs or 2,500 gold. All right, tell you what. No, you give me 1 pack and 1,500 gold, and we'll call it good. But I get to inspect the pack first.
I
I can drop the other 500.
and I hand over the pack and I hand over my 1,000 gold.
Since you said you need to expect, I will wait to hand over the 500 until you say it's good, in which case I will then toss it and then balance.
I'll take a look in the pack. What do I see?
You see 200 vials of liquid.
What color
Are
is
they
the
ones
liquid?
that you altered?
Yes, I have given him. That's the only pack I have left. Is the
Okay. So they're all altered.
no.
No.
Like it's most of them are altered.
Okay.
There's 100 that are good. There's 100 that are bad. I don't know how much else is in there.
There's technically 182 in there, and 100 of them are fake. 82 of them are real.
Okay. I will pull out 4 of them, open them all, and then pull out my poisoner's kit and start testing for reagents.
Do you need to roll anything for that?
I mean, that's up to you. You're the DM, not me. But I
I
would recognize poison at a glance. Otherwise, I could roll an intelligence check or something.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I like this.
Would Arcana cover it? No, would that be Arcana? Is this magical potion?
No.
It's
So
not magic,
It's
is
just
it?
a
Not
potion.
magic? Okay.
Because
Alright.
they created it without magic.
That's 12.
With this, you do notice that one of the 4 that you pulled is not the serum.
What does it smell like?
They
Well,
do
technically the
all
serum-
they
they
do
all
all
have
have
serum.
serum in them.
but they can tell that it's diluted.
What does it smell like?
There is no smell to it, whereas the other 3 have a faint herbal smell to them.
Okay, so I'll stop her up to 3 and put those back in the pack and hold up the 1. So what did you put in these?
Is Clay a part of
These are
this?
pure.
Are you there?
He would have been with Ashara, so if Ashara is
And
there,
Yeah,
yes.
then you're there.
If he holds up the sorry, if he's got the vial with hold on. All of the vials that are sorry.
You're good.
Who just held up a vial? Was it
Funari,
Blood rage.
what's
Sorry,
her
woman.
name again?
you haven't been
I haven't
told
been
that yet.
introduced yet.
Okay, so she holds up the vial and she's like, what did you put in this? He's gonna step up to it and be like, what's wrong with it? Is there
How tall is your
there
character?
he's
He's
very
short.
short.
Okay, well, I'm holding this up at my shoulder, so I'm probably about 6 feet in the air.
So he's like, what's wrong with it? They should all be brewed perfectly.
Well,
He's very
whoever gave you
worried.
this then is lying to you because these.
He wouldn't
I
be
had
lying.
to
No,
guess it's river water.
if they're not brewed incorrectly.
So I can take this and it'll be fine.
Roll, Bree, roll deception with disadvantage.
Okay. 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 I do have advantage on deception, so that would just one
Be a
roll.
flat roll.
Reroll?
Okay, I'm gonna roll again because those 2 rolls.
Yeah,
Or should I roll again, or should I just use?
just
roll again?
roll 1. Yep.
Insight check.
Sure.
That's a 19.
Ugh, that's too big. 4.
Ooh.
I will say you get advantage because you're already suspicious.
12. I don't roll physical dice for a reason. They always treat me terribly. But yeah, no, it's a 12. So okay, so they should be brewed correctly, but this one has river water in it.
They should be brewed correctly. There should have been, and he's gonna like pull his pack out and he's gonna look at them. He's like, they should have been all fine. If they're not all fine, he's just gonna act worried. He's gonna start muttering to himself and like step away and be like, he'll like pull out one of the vials and just be looking at it. Trying to make it seem like it was a manufacturing error rather than us trying to fool.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess then you got bad shit.
If you're suspicious, I'll take it.
Oh no, you handed it to me. It's mine now.
Okay.
I can probably fix this. I wonder what the coterie would pay for this if I wanted to sell it to them.
Are
Okay,
you
so what?
satisfied?
I'll drop Dominic per some Nick. So you've given me 1,000 gold, and you've given me roughly a pack full of antidote.
And are you satisfied with the antidotes?
No, they're bad. Whoever gave you to them, they're bad. It's full of river water. It's not gonna do anything for anyone. I mean, it's basically just grabbing a mug and swilling your mouth. It does nothing. It may make you throat a little tingly for a little while, but that's about it. So
She's holding the 500 that she offered.
The coterie doesn't know that.
It's like it's a yes or no question.
Yeah, the coterie doesn't know that, but they're going to test it as soon as they get it. And if I'm the one that hands it to them and they test
Wait.
it and it's bad,
You said that some of them were okay.
Aye.
Like Ashara is trying to sound worried too. You said some of them were okay, right? I mean,
You need to
just-
roll deception now.
yeah. Ooh, but it's not bad. That's a 16.
oh
Okay.
God, why are you people so good at lying?
I'm not. That's terrible.
We're
the
literally
trauma.
mostly rogues.
Ashara's been getting like all the like clutch rolls today.
8.
8. I haven't rolled above a 10 yet.
This is my lucky dice. It's my Loki die.
Would I like a
too.
different set of dice? No, I
Dice.
don't want dice at all. Dice
Problem is
together.
that the problem is that the next game, this is gonna roll like nothing above a 10. That's how this
That's
always
usually how that
rolls.
works. Okay, so that bad stuff. The coterie might not know, but if I do hand it to them and they find out, they're gonna kill me. I don't want to die. I didn't want to kill you. I mean, like I didn't want to kill you. You did give me money.
You're a blood mage. Can't you just change how you look?
No? You can do that?
I've heard magic can do all kinds of things.
Shit, I wish I'd learned that.
Also, wasn't she just saying that she wanted to fight the whole coterie herself or something like that?
Who was? Me?
You.
No, I don't want to fight the coterie if I don't have to. I mean, I'd like to kill a few of them. They were kind of assholes.
Send someone else to deliver the antidote.
Yeah, no, if I do that, they're also going to chase me down.
Armando steps out from behind Nick and goes, "This is correct."
Oh, shit. Hi, Armando.
Hi.
Armando,
Yes.
are you a particularly wise man?
I'd like to think that I am.
Okay, I cast.
I do not know if I qualify.
I cast Mind Spike on Armando.
Okay. Do I need to do anything?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah,
I wrote down all my spells, but none of the information for them.
that's fine.
I love this. I love this person. I love this person. Like, they are a shit person and I love them.
So you watch as this Kunari
Mhm.
asks that question. Armando says, "What was it they said?"
I don't remember.
He liked to think so.
Yeah.
Okay. And just goes, "Go to sleep, Armando," and cast Mind Spike, and you watch all the veins in Armando's face and skull immediately explode. And I need Armando to roll a wisdom save at disadvantage because I'm going to empower again.
Okay.
I can't have nothing.
You have a godly boyfriend and a fiance. Thank you very much.
But I just
That's a 13.
Over here.
Armando fails.
Mm-hmm.
I take 7 damage. I've taken so much damage.
You're doing it to yourself.
None of you are willing yet. Where did I put my pencil?
It's gone forever.
Whatever. I'm at a certain number of health that is less than 75. Armando's going to take 3d8 psychic damage. And
Cool.
I'm going to know where he is for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, for the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's a d20. What am I doing? There we go. 3, 5. Armando takes 12 points of psychic damage.
All right.
Ooh.
And I'm going to look at the rest of the group and say, there's 7 more on the way. You should probably start drawing weapons.
Are we fighting them? At that, Bronwyn does immediately take her axe out. But as she's doing it,
Why?
she's kind of like looking at Nick and then Delia to like scan them over and see if they're okay.
Are you checking me out?
Yes. I mean, what I'm making sure you weren't hurt.
Nick gives her a wink, pulls out her short swords.
All right. While that's happening, we're gonna go over to Lila and Syrah with Aveline and Donick. So remind me how many of the packs you guys have. Is it 3?
I have 1. Asura has 1.
Aveline has 1 and a jug.
Yep. So
Is that the equivalent of 4 packs?
it would be
Aveline has
100
300
vials. Total with the jug, it's equal to 800 vials.
Yeah.
I can do math on occasion. So, Evelyn and Donick are just kind of guiding the two of you along, leading you up into Hightown. The moment that you set foot into Hightown, there's an immediate difference that you can discern between Hightown and Lowtown. And it's not necessarily the poverty level. It is more the increase of Templar presence. Like all of a sudden, Templars are just everywhere on the streets, whether they are taking care of bodies or just out on patrol, they're just everywhere. And as they kind of lead you through Hightown, you notice that they kind of keep their heads low, don't say much, just kind of keep to themselves.
Lila's just walking with purpose, looking like, trying to look as hard as she can, like, I'm supposed to be here, I have a job to do, and I'm taking care of it.
Cool, cool. Sarah?
You're muted.
Yeah.
Oh, just like, what was the question?
So basically you're surrounded by Templars, but they're not
Oh.
like hostile towards you. They're just
Okay.
going about their own business. And Donick and Aveline are keeping their heads down while they're leading you through Hightown.
Yeah, definitely on edge. Don't like this at all.
Valid. So Donick and Aveline lead you further through the city. There are a few Templars that kind of nod their heads to Donick and Aveline because they recognize them and recognize their authority as guardsmen. However, as you get closer to the Viscount's castle, there is an increase of Templars. Like there were a lot already, but there's even more as you get closer to the castle. And standing outside, kind of at the stairs that lead up into the castle, you see, and you recognize this by the armor, you see the Knight Commander standing there. He steps out in front of Donick and Aveline as they're leading you on, steps out, holds up a hand, and says, "Was not expecting to see you here today, guard captain. And I see you brought a few friends." He takes notice of the Inquisition gear that you guys have and just kind of gives you both a very suspicious look and says, "Funny, I didn't think the Inquisition had any soldiers stationed here."
Lila just nods, doing her best soldier. Says, we're here serving the Viscount.
And why was I not informed of this? It has been months. We asked for Inquisition help. How is it that we were just getting here now, seeing as our gates have been closed to outsiders since this whole debacle began?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm just following orders. You'd have to ask the Viscount about this.
And you see, the Viscounts would have given us at least some forewarning on this.
If I understand correctly, he's not himself quite at present.
But he has people who speak for him.
Again, I'm sorry, sir. I only know what I've been told.
He turns and looks at Aveline again and says, "What is that you have there?" Pointing at the jug in her hand. And she shakes her head and says, "Supplies for the Viscount, sir." Funny, all supply chains go through me and the other Templars. You know your jurisdiction lies within Lowtown. Well, the Inquisition got to us first. And she looks at the two of you again.
Wait, who says? Aveline says the Inquisition got to us first?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just gonna kind of continue what she was doing and just kind of give a slight shrug of her shoulders and say, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm simply following orders. I need to get to see the I need to see the Viscount as soon as possible.
Roll either deception or persuasion, whichever one you think.
Persuasion. She's not trying to lie about who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the growling. I do have. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It's dirty 20.
Okay. So he looks both of you over, and then looks to Aveline and Donick once more. He holds out his hands to them. "I can take the burden for you. You can return to your station back in Lowtown." Aveline reluctantly hands over the jug and her pack. And then Donick does the same, following his wife. She opens her mouth to say something, thinks better of it, and the two of them turn and walk away. The Knight Commander kind of adjusts himself with the new gear that he's taken on, nods to the two of you and says, "This way, please." And he leads you up towards the castle. And that's where we're going to end session.